Welcome to today's video. Today we are just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada, doing Rocky Gap, known to the locals as Potato Ridge. And today we're seeing what it's all about. We're excited to do this trail. The value of the Badge of Honor trails is they send you on an adventure. Before hitting this trail, I hopped into the forums to try understanding a little bit better what it is. From what I learned, this is an old connecting route between the town of Pahrump and Las Vegas. Pahrump gets its name for all the artesian wells in the area. This made it a very usable location for early ranchers and farmers, and it remained this way for a long time until the surface water dried up, and now it's been urbanized to serve the Las Vegas area. Looking at Google Earth, Rocky Gap Road follows the lowest passes in the area. By no means is this an easy route or not steep, but it's the best option to connect the two valleys, which makes it probably the best choice as an alternative route. Although a viable route, the better route historically would have been the Spanish Trail, that goes through a lower and easier grade that follows along the modern highway going through the area. The Spanish Trail would have provided the necessities of travel in the late 1800s, such as water for animals. Mountain Spring is a great example of that, where it had apparent springs in the area allowing people to continue their journey. Most of the drive up was, as the trail name indicates, just a rocky road. Occasionally there was a rock to drive over or around, but for the most part it was just a simple road. Mind you, for those looking for more adventure, there is the wash bottom, where there seemed to be plenty of challenge for people that wanted to push themselves and push their machine. But for me, I was just enjoying the afternoon and driving and seeing where this trail would take me. On this trail, however, you can't avoid the bottom forever. Inevitably, you have to enter this next section of the trail where you start having to think a little bit more about what you're doing, and the trail gets a little bit more interesting. Alright, so far I've been able to avoid the bottom, which, not ever having done this trail, I'm just kind of scoping it out, trying to figure out the ins and outs of it. But we have this rock face right here that we're getting ready to go up. That's gonna add some challenge to the whole deal.
What's fun about this is it's like a memorization game, because I've never been through here before. And I gotta look at it, think about it, and then memorize it. Let's see how this next section goes. It looks like it's getting pretty narrow. So let's see if we can make this turn. All right, around the bend we go. Don't really have a good idea of where those rocks are on my passenger side. Nice and easy. Oh, that was harder than I wanted. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk this driver's tire up over this boulder right here, since we can. Then should be clear to come up over this one. We're just taking it nice and easy through here because we don't want to damage our steering components. All right, pretty gnarly spot, but did it.
And just like that, the hardest part of the trail was over, and it was time for the ride down the mountain.
All right, we're at the end of the trail. Thank you for watching. Couple thoughts from the trail. One, I think just about any Jeep could do it. The only things I'd recommend, rock rails, and then probably a sway bar disconnect. That helped out a ton on the trail. Other notes is, I think most Jeeps can do this trail. It has something for everybody. I think that's what's cool about it. I understand why the locals here love it. It's just everybody can come out and have a good time. Thank you to Jeep for putting this trail in their badge of honor list. As well as thank you for all the locals here that put time and effort into keeping these trails open and maintained. So with that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.